Hello everyone! Welcome to this new lesson in the course. In this lesson, we're going to create another cool menu hover effect. You can see when I hover over the links in the menu, this effect happens where we have a black background that scales up to cover up the link. And we also have two borders. One comes from the top and the other comes from the bottom. And they give us this really cool effect. So let's start creating that. Here in my HTML and add a UL. Then inside that, I will add an LI, then an anchor tag inside that, and I will say home. Then I will copy the LI, paste it 4 times, and say about, services, team, and contact. Then I will go to my CSS and target the UL, add margin, 0, padding, 0 as well, then display, flex, to make the list items sit side by side. Then I will target the list items inside the UL and add list style, none, to get rid of the bullets. Then let's style the links. I will target them, then add position, relative, display, block, padding, 15 pixels from top and bottom, and 30 pixels from left and right. Then I will add text decoration, none, text transform, uppercase, color, this dark gray color, then font size, 22 pixels, font weight, bold. And finally, transition, 0.5 seconds. Now, the menu items are looking exactly how we want. Let's create the top and bottom borders that move towards the link when we hover over it. We will create them using the before pseudo element. So I will select the before pseudo element of the anchor tag and add content, empty strings, position, absolute, top, 0, left, 0 as well, then width, 100%, and height, 100% as well. Then I will add a temporary red background. So you can see we have a red background that sits on top of the links, and it's taking up the full width and height. Alright, I will go back and add transform, scale Y, 2, so the size of the background will be doubled along the Y-axis. Then I will add transition, 0.5 seconds, and border top, 2 pixels, solid, black, and border bottom, 2 pixels, solid, black as well. So now you can see the red backgrounds have a much bigger size, and they also have these two top and bottom black borders. So let's go back and continue working. I will remove the red background. Then I will add opacity, 0. Then below that, I will say, when hovering over the anchor tag, I want to make some changes happen to the before pseudo element. I will add transform, scale Y, 1.2. then opacity 1 again. So you can see the red background is now removed and the before pseudo element is transparent because we set its opacity to 0. And when hovering over the links, the before pseudo element shrinks along the y-axis along with its borders and gives us the cool effect we want. The only thing left now is the black background that scales up when hovering over the links. And we'll create that using the after pseudo effect. So I will target the after pseudo element of the anchor tag and add content, empty strings, position, absolute, top, 0, left, 0 as well. And we want it to take up the full width and height of the link, so we will add width, 100%, and height, 100% as well. Then background color, the dark gray color, then transition, 0.5 seconds. And now you can see the dark gray background is sitting on top of the links and covering them up. Alright, let's go back and keep going. We want the background to have a scale value of 0, and when hovering over it, we want it to scale back to 1. So I will go here and add transform, scale, 0, then below that, and when hovering over the anchor tag, I want to make some changes happen to the after pseudo element. I will add transform, scale, 1 again. And now you can see the gray background is invisible, and when hovering over the links, it scales up again until it reaches its full size. But as you can see, the top border is closer to the gray background than the bottom border. So we want to shift the gray background a little to the bottom. So I will go here and change top here to 2 pixels instead of 0. And now you can see, when hovering over the links, the gray background is now centered between the 2 borders. The only thing left is making the text color change to white when we hover over the links. So I will go back here and, when hovering over the anchor tags, I will set the color to white. I will also go up here in the gray background and add z-index -1, so that the text will appear in front of the background. And now, when I go back and hover over the links, you can see the text color changes to white and appears in front of the gray background, giving us the effect we want.